All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. We are going to do the energy weekly check-in for the first week of June 2026 for the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. This will be what Spirit wants you to know from May 31st through June 6th. All right. We're going to get one oracle card and then get into tarot. And as always, please take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Not everything in these collective readings will resonate, and that is okay, especially with these zodiac sign readings. If you feel like your zodiac sign doesn't resonate with you, check another placement. Okay? All right. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do you have for Aquarius and Aquarius placements for the first week of June here? Okay. All right. So we've got communication, approaching, voicemail, awaiting, text. Okay. So let's do a few shuffles here. Looks like someone might be contacting you this week. Or it could be that you're waiting for someone to contact you. Okay. All right. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, for Aquarius and Aquarius placements, what do you have for them the first week of June? What do you have here for Aquarius and Aquarius placements? All right. We've got the Two of Pentacles here. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Emperor. Okay, so it could be that you all are kind of going back and forth here, or will be this week, as far as, you know, dealing with someone here that maybe you are thinking about working things out with, but you're not sure. You're not sure about what to do. Okay, so you're kind of going back and forth here with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, trying to figure out what to do. So this Emperor could be the person that you're dealing with. Now, male or female, doesn't matter the gender. It could be, like I said, someone that is kind of in their pride and ego. This person could have control issues. You know, they like to be in control. Could also be a business owner potentially as well. It could be an Aries. But whether this is the type of person you are dealing with or not, I feel like you're trying to maintain a sense of control as well, okay, with this situation, okay? So that might be partially why you're kind of going back and forth with trying to decide, you know, what to do here in this situation. Okay, so you might get some communication impulsively. I know that we had the communication oracle that came out, but with the Knight of Swords here, I feel like this person could be also an air sign, or just it could be just that energy. But this person, I feel, might be coming in quickly as far as with communication. They might come in like erratically or impulsively, and kind of maybe say things before they think. So just be aware of that. Okay. So it might not be a very grounded energy. It's something that's a little more like impulsive, like, you know, potentially if this person has waited too long and they feel like their time is running out, they might feel the need to hurry in and, you know, say what they need to say here. Okay. I feel like this is someone that's held back from you. Okay, so they could have been holding back energy, effort. They could have been holding back the truth. Okay, and it's very possible, like I said, especially if you resonate with, you know, especially with you being more in this Emperor energy and remaining in control, like you want to stay in control of whatever the situation is. This person could also be an earth sign. And, you know, they could be in this King of Pentacles energy as well, where they could have a family elsewhere. They could be, you know, a sense of being a provider, or, a head of the household type person, male or female, doesn't matter. But it's someone who wants to provide stability and security most of all, okay, for themselves and their loved ones. But sometimes this person can be overly concerned with finances and stability, security as far as money is concerned. Sometimes they can be a little wrapped up with material things as well. Okay, but on the bottom of the deck, we've got the the Page of Cups. So, this person could be younger than you. They could be immature. But no matter if that resonates or not, this person, I feel, does owe you an apology of some sort here. Okay, and they do want to make a gesture, but they owe you, I feel, an apology. Okay. But this person is definitely held back from you. And so I feel like this week, if this does happen for you this week, for a lot of you, I feel like that's very possible, that, you might be going back and forth whether or not you want to work things out with them or not. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is the challenge area here for Aquarius and Aquarius placements for this week? Okay. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles just popped out. Okay, so that sense of being in that independent energy where and no matter where you have Aquarius in your chart here, I mean, air signs are usually pretty independent people. So, it's not necessarily a challenge for you to, be in this energy and be happily single. But if this person is, I'm not sure if this person has threatened your sense of independence at all, but it might be challenging if you work things out with this person, if you're able to maintain a sense of independence of some sort. The independence to the level that you want it to be is what I'm hearing. Okay. Because I have a feeling that you are most likely content with being okay on your own. And maybe, you right now you are happily single. Maybe you are just kind of working on your stability, security. You might be having a glow up here with your career or your ventures, your projects, whatever you have going on. But I feel like it might be a challenge to maintain that sense of independence, especially if this person is in that, pride and ego type, that energy. Okay. And if they are also in this energy where they want to be a provider, it's like, okay, well, sometimes when somebody's in this energy, they kind of want their person, male or female, doesn't matter, to stay home, and, that might not be what you want. Okay. So, there could be something to that effect here going on. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles here. So communication could be a challenge. Okay. I'm not sure if you have this person blocked. I don't have any card out here yet to indicate that, but for this person to communicate to you or for you to communicate with them, I feel like that could be a challenge as well. Okay. We do have the Six of Pentacles. If this person was giving to more than one situation, that could pose a challenge in this situation. But I feel like no matter if that were the case or not, even if it's a job that was the other situation or other people in this person's life, I mean, it could also be that just in general, this person just did not give you equal reciprocity. Okay, so demanding equal reciprocity from this person and expecting that in this situation, that could be a challenge as well. Okay, what else about the challenges for Aquarius and Aquarius placement, Spirit? What else might the challenge be? Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So having a new beginning here, with this person might be challenging. Okay. Now, for some of you out there, this person actually does have a home elsewhere. And that might be why the Six of Pentacles is here. Okay. For some of you, if that is the case, this person could have a child that you find out about. that might make it difficult. And that might make it difficult for this person, if that is the case, for them to give you your equal give and take, because they cannot fully let go of whatever situation they've been involved in, you know, because they're always going to be tied to that person and the, you know, that situation. You know what I mean? So for some of you out there, this person does have a family elsewhere, or a relationship of some sort. Now, whether they're still in this relationship or they're leaving or left it already, they could still be tied to it for some reason. It could also be that there's something about money, generational wealth, inheritance, something like that that might be getting in the way. Okay, something, anything like that. But, you know, there obviously, you know, has been an ending here. So I feel like there's been an ending between you and this person already. You know, for some of you out there, this person has ended things in this other connection. However, I'm feeling with death and rebirth here that this ending that you've had with this person has been very difficult, okay, to maybe get past. So, you know, as we know with death, death is an ending, and you know, all endings are painful to one degree or another, but death is, you know, usually with a lesson that's involved or lessons, and it is meant for your soul's growth, okay, and allowing you to transform yourself in the best way possible. So I feel like there has been an ending here, most likely between you and this person, whoever this is to you. And, you know, I feel like the idea of transforming things in a healthy way might be a significant challenge for you right now, for you to grasp. Okay. And it might actually be difficult for you to even imagine right now having the 10 of Pentacles with this person, you know, and seeing them. You might have seen them as your end game at one point. But unfortunately, seeing them in that light right now, that might be a challenge for you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of Cups. So, you know, for a lot of you, there has been like a third party interference here. Okay. All right. So Spirit, what can you tell Aquarius and Aquarius placements as far as what they should focus on this week here? What are their focus areas for this week, please? Okay. So we've got the 4 of Cups here. So there might be something that you deemed as a missed opportunity that might be coming back around in another area. There could also be it could also be that Spirit wants you to focus on why you feel that certain things and situations and people have been considered missed opportunities for you. Okay. I feel like Spirit wants you to kind of see them in a different light, and not be depressed about it and not see them in this negative way if you can, and try to see it as a learning opportunity. I know it's, you know, it's easier said than done. But, you know, like I said, though, there might be something also that you have felt was a missed opportunity that might be circling back around for you. Okay. You might be getting a message about this. Okay. There might be some kind of communication. We do have communication here. I do feel like this person is going to communicate with you. But, you know, I do feel like you might be getting communication about something else as well. Okay. Could be from a fire sign, someone with fire in their chart. Whatever this communication is, and like I said, it could be the communication from this person. It could also be communication about something else. But whatever it is, all of this communication that you're getting is going to give you some clarity, okay, and give you the clarity you need to be able to make the best decisions for yourself and move forward. Okay. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on what you're learning, the clarity, the information, and basically, you know, use that to your advantage. And I never really noticed in this card, but I believe that's a crow here on the top. And so it could be that the divine is getting involved here, and the spiritual realm. I mean, I know they're always around us and they're always communicating and assisting us, but this might be something orchestrated by your guides here. And from, you know, from the other things behind, people behind the on the other side of the veil, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how to say that. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Anything else for Aquarius and Aquarius placements to focus on, Spirit, this week? All right. So we've got the Seven of Swords here. Okay. I do, a lot of times when that shows up in the focus, I do feel that it has to do with strategy, but I am going to clarify that, because in this situation, it could have to do with lies and deceit. But we also had the Knight of Cups that came out here, and the Eight of Swords. So, you know, you might be getting an apology here. It might be a situation that might make you anxious. Okay. So just be aware of that. And, you know, I feel like, especially if, you know, if this person who's coming in, who that you've been dealing with, is coming in as this Knight of Cups, they, you know, it could be including an apology, and it's possible that this apology is just to get back in your good graces. So please be aware that, you know, watch for red flags. Okay. You know, I feel like this person is also anxious about coming your way. So you both there might be anxiety on both sides here. But I do feel like this person does have regret here. Okay. With you and your situation. What is the Seven of Swords about, Spirit? Can you clarify the Seven of Swords, please? Okay. All right. So there's something about a Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So those both came out at the same time. So this person might be dealing with someone who's very cold and very, very manipulative. Okay, and this person, whoever this is that wants to talk with you from their past, the one that you're not sure about working things out with, it looks like, you know, they could have been wasting your time in the past, but I feel like, you know, this person no longer wants to do that. This person does want to heal things with you. Okay. You might resonate with them being the King of Swords. Okay. I know that we had the King of Pentacles up there as well as the Emperor. But I feel like, you know, if this is this person, you know, these two could be a married couple. Okay. Or they could have been married if they're still, I don't know if they're still together or not, but whoever they're with is, and male or female doesn't matter, but they're with someone very cold and manipulative, not loving at all. Okay. So you could be dealing with another air sign. Okay. But this person has an emotional attachment to you. Okay. Yeah. And this person, you know, you might resonate with them, also have been like cold and detached. They could have ghosted you in the past. They could have been more in their head space, not in their heart space with you. And they could have also been an overthinker even. But this person is saying that you are their emotional fulfillment here. Okay. And I feel like they kept all of this from you. So they might have kept a lot of their true feelings here from you, as well as the truth about what is going on in this third party family situation, whatever they have got going on or had going on here. Okay. On the bottom, we have the High Priestess. So there could be no contact between you and this person at this time. Whether or not that's the case, I do feel like Spirit wants you to focus on following your intuition. Most of all, following your intuition, especially with this communication. Okay. Try not to be be stressed if you can. Take as much time as you need as well. But I do feel like you've got communication coming from someone else as well about maybe another situation. So it could be about an opportunity of some sort. Okay. But you've got communication coming from whoever this is. You're just not sure, if you want to work things out or not. Just follow your intuition, is what Spirit is saying. And focus on the facts. I'm also hearing demand clarity, especially about what's been hidden here, what this person's been deceiving you about. Okay. All right. So we've got earth energy, we've got air, we have, wow, a lot of earth, water, and fire. We've got all signs. We have Aries energy, Scorpio. We have Aquarius and Cancer. Okay. But all signs are here. Okay. All right. Well, Aquarius and Aquarius placements, this is your reading for the first week of June. I really hope it resonated. If you feel like it did, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.